What's up, y'all, man? Look, first off, man, I bought this ugly jersey, man. I bought this ugly jersey, and I don't know, man. Are y'all feeling this thing? It's kind of growing on me just like a little bit. I wore it the other day on a group ride, and I'm not even gonna lie, man. I got a lot of compliments on it, man. People are feeling the new Trek Lido joint. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get used to it. It kind of reminds me like a little clown outfit, a little bit for some reason. Just the colors of it and the scheme of it. And you're probably saying if it doesn't look good, then why did you buy it? Man, because I'm Team Trek, bro. Over the years, I've probably had about 5 Treks, man. I had 4 Amandas and 1 Madone. So I'm just supporting the home team, right? But anyway, speaking of supporting people, right? Big shout out to Felipe Ganna for winning dang on stage 10 of the La Volta, man. That was the TT event. He absolutely crushed that TT, man. Dude averaged 56K an hour, man. 56K, I want to say it's like 34 miles an hour, bro. That is fast, man. That is fast. He absolutely crushed that dang on thing, right? One of the things that I really appreciate about Felipe Ganna is his TT position is on point. It's locked in. He's a very tall, kind of lanky guy, right? When you look at his TT position, right? I'm gonna try to put some footage up, right? Hopefully they don't take my video down. But if you look at his TT position, he is so narrow on the bike. He is so slim on the bike. He's got to be one of the slimmest I've seen on the bike, man. Remco has a very solid TT position as well, but it's not like Felipe Ganna. Felipe Ganna is very, very narrow, man. I wish I could get my position dialed in like that. Like, I can get pretty low on my bike, do the little turtle thing, roll your shoulders and dip your head down. But what I cannot do, I don't know how they be riding with their arms basically touching each other. Whenever I try to get too close, it's like I don't have balance. I just feel like I'm gonna fall over either way, man. But I guess it's something that you just got to work on. And once you get it figured out, man, you get it figured out. But if you haven't seen his TT position, you got to check it out. If you haven't seen the highlights, watch the highlights from that, right? Now, I bring up that TT thing, right? Because listen, my buddy sent me this other day, and there is a race that's going on October 7th, right? And I'm trying to bring it up right here. October 7th, there's a race that's happening, and it's everything. They got a road race, they've got the crit, and there's a TT event, right? There is a 9-mile time trial, October 7th, and I'm thinking about entering it, man. Oh my goodness, I'm thinking about getting in there. Is it something I think I could win? Man, hell no. But I think it'd be dope to get my TT bike out, throw my little skin suit on, throw my aero helmet on, and just see what my bike can do. I'm gonna bring up this route so you can see it, right? The route, because they got the Strava link to it, right? The route is 9.27 miles long, 350 feet of elevation. That's nothing, bro. And when I'm looking at it, I mean, it looks like it might be one loop. It's 1, 2, 3. I see 3 big 90-degree turns. And besides that, it's pretty flat and round, bro. I'm thinking about maybe trying to get in this race, man, and seeing what I can do, right? My TT bike is pretty much already dialed in. The only thing I gotta change on it is I gotta swap out my chain ring. Y'all probably heard me talk about this before. Dude, I put a 56 tooth on there, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I put that dang on thing on there, because that is too big for me to turn. I gotta go back to the 54. The 54 was feeling great to me. I guess that's why I tried the 56, but I went to the 54, man. Or I need to go back to the 54. Besides that, I think everything else is dialed in, man. The only thing that's kind of making me second guess it a little bit is the event is 4 hours away. Man, I don't know if I feel like driving 4 hours, race, and then drive 4 hours back. Or maybe a thing that I might just stay the night or something. I don't know, but it is on a Saturday, so I mean, it wouldn't be an inconvenience. I'm just trying to figure out, man, what y'all think, man? Should I try to do this TT race, man, and see what I can do? But that's what I'm thinking about, right? Moving forward, right? There is a video that's coming out on Sunday. I have a video, and it is the Victoria Corsa Pro versus the GP5000, right? The STR, both tubeless, right? I got them set up. They're both N30s on a 23 mil internal width wheels, right? Now, just to give you some context of this video is my personal opinion, my feedback of owning these wheels, how they've been responding, what I think about them, and which one I would recommend. On the Corsa Pros, I got about 1,000 miles on them. In the GP5000s, I got about, I want to say like 700 miles on them. So I got some good miles on them, and I think I can give you some good feedback, right? Now, what this video isn't, it isn't a spec for spec comparison video. Like this tire weighs 240 grams, this tire weighs 230 grams. In my opinion, regular people like myself that are on these channels and making these reviews, I would think that the audience is coming to hear what their experience is with these products. That's what I try to provide. That's what I put out, you know, because I've had comments before and someone says, well, how do you think this feels better than that one? What proof do you have? I don't have any proof, bro. I'm just telling you, this is what it's like owning it. This is from my experience, you know? And I think people that resonate with me, the people that regularly watch, that's what they come to see. If you want like a specific scientific data or experiment, I would recommend going to a different channel. People that do that or have the resources and tools to provide that type of feedback to you, right? Or go specifically to the website if you want to know some of the specific specs of it. I'm giving you firsthand experience of what it's like to own the tire and what it has done for me and which one I recommend. So that's what that tire is about. So when you tune in, but that's what you're going to get from me, right? And I want to say the video might be about, I want to say it's like 15 minutes long or so. Yeah, about 15 minutes long. So fast forward, still talking about tires, right? I got a new wheel set, and the wheels I got are the Reynolds ARXs, right? And I want to say they are the 58 deep in the front and 62, right? I got a couple buddies who have these wheels, and they've just been talking about how great this wheel set is. So I was very interested in it, and that's why I got it, right? Now, when it comes to setting up this rim, I'm going to a whole new tire. I'm going with the Veloflexes, bro. I was on the fence. I'm like, I knew I didn't want to go to the Victoria Corsa Pros again. And I like the GP5000, but I wanted to try something different. I had a Veloflex in a clincher that I was going to put on my TT bike, but the tire was too wide. It was a 28, and my TT bike can only fit 25s because of the way the frame is designed. And most of the time I run a 25 or a 23. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Veloflex tires, man. I'm super excited about them. And I'm going with a all black tire, which is kind of different because I've been running the gum walls and tan wall joints for a while. But if you've seen the new ARXs and the way the wheel is designed, it's got like these black matte. Well, the wheel is black matte, and then it's got these graphics on that's like a gloss black, and it's got like a kind of swirl to it. They look freaking dope, man. Ooh, they look so dope. And with a black tire, I think that's gonna be kind of like my murdered out look. And you know, I've been talking about this new bike. The Madone frame set only comes in the black. The 800 series carbon joint. So if I get that frame set, I think I'm going to have a all murdered out straight black theme. I think that might be what I do. That's what I'm thinking about. So that's how I'm setting up the wheels. And I haven't even took the wheels out the box yet. I'm actually looking at it right now. Once I'll do a video on that, and it'll be an unboxing of the ARXs, and I'm pretty much talking about how I'm gonna set them up. And I want like black valves. I got the Dura Ace rotors on there, the newest ones. It's got like the kind of swirl cuts on there, and that's how I'm gonna set it up, man. It's gonna be super dope. That's a badass wheel. And I'm probably gonna put the wheels on my Imonda just so I can ride them. I really wanna ride them. I don't think I'm gonna be able to wait until I build another bike. So that is what's coming up soon. If you are liking the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciated. Also, I want to drop some knowledge on here for you, right? If you are building bikes, right? Building bikes requires attention to detail, in my opinion, right? You could not have attention to detail, but you probably going to be doing like 20, 30, 40 miles on this bike. You probably want to pay attention to it, right? When you are setting up this bike, there are different measurements and it gets kind of confusing trying to figure things out. And sometimes it's not worth the hassle to actually make a change to find out some of the data that you need prior to making the change, right? And what I'm getting at, there is a website that I go to and it's a STEM calculator or a STEM comparison. And I'm going to put it up and kind of show you how I use this, right? So for example, my Trek, the steer tube angle is 72.8, right? So you could put that number in there. Let's say I had a 90-degree stem, which I do, in a negative 17, and I have 10 millimeters of spacers in there. And let's say I'm thinking about going a -6 stem, keep the same amount of spacers, 10 millimeters, and I'm like, so what is that going to do for my position? You know what I'm saying? With going from the -17 to the -6, how much a difference is that going to be? So instead of taking your whole bike apart, especially when you start getting into disc brakes and having these hydraulic hoses and connecting them up and re-bleeding them, before you change all that out, you can put that data into this calculator and it's going to tell you specifically what it is. And it's going to let you know, hey, this stem, and it's usually two colors, there's a red stem and a blue stem, right? From the values that you put in. And it's going to tell you specifically what those new values would be after you make that change. Dude, this has saved me so much freaking time, like just trying to play with stuff. You know, like if I'm riding a bike and I'm like, man, I got too much reach, man, how much reach will I lose if I just make a change? Because maybe going from a 100 mil stem to a 90 mil stem, it might not just be 10 mil back. It might not be that simple because it's going to depend on that steer tube angle and how everything else is set up. And then let's say you're going to make a change, right? Let's say you think about doing going from like a 90, going from 100 to a 90 and taking away that 10. That might be too much. It might be easier just to rotate your hoods back a little bit and bring them a little bit closer. And maybe you only need to lose 5 instead of 10. But anyway, I just wanted to drop that knowledge on y'all. So y'all check out that stem comparison tool. It'll help you out on your bike fit and building stuff, man. But that's all I got for y'all. And I'll catch you on the next time. I'm your host, Robb Armstrong. And I'm out.